Welcome to the Husky Gymnastics Rewind on UWTV. This exciting format will give you a look into the 2011 Husky Gymnastics season like never before. We're cutting out the opponents, the downtime, and the fluff, and giving you the best the Huskies have to offer in Heck Ed on vault, bars, beam, and floor. Exciting routines you'll see tonight are from the second home meet of the season against Cal on January 14th, where the team set a new season-high total score and swept every event and the all-around against their conference opponent. As always at home, Huskies start on vault with sophomore Kylie Sharp. Kylie, a Yurchenko layout full vault, a little bit flat, needs to get a little more height off the vault, scores a 9.6. Next up, freshman Eliza Vacker from Eugene, Oregon. Also performs a Yurchenko layout full, very nice and high, again a step on the landing. Her score, a 9.7 that matched her season best. Meg Whitney next, sophomore transfer from Mesa, Arizona, has battled ankle injuries, so vault a tough event for her. A very nice and high Yurchenko layout half has too much power, so a big step on the landing, but a 9.775 sets a new season high for Meg. Senior co-captain Haley Bogart next. A huge Yurchenko layout full, big step on the landing. But again, a new season high for the Huskies, a 9.775 on that vault for Haley. Junior Amanda Klein next. Very dynamic vaulter. A Yurchenko layout half gets a 9.825 and will actually win the event. The Huskies are anchored by sophomore Lauren Rogers, has the potential to score the highest in the lineup. A dynamic Yurchenko layout full, but a huge hop on the landing that will give her about a 3/10 deduction. Her score ends up being a 9.725 as the Huskies post a 48.8 on the vault rotation. Huskies' second event of the evening is the bars, where they are led off by freshman Eliza Vacker out of Eugene, Oregon. Competed for the Desert Devils Club down in Arizona. Eliza in the leadoff spot, as she is very consistent, very clean on the event. Needs to upgrade her difficulty just a little bit to break that 9.8 mark on the event. But a beautiful dismount, a small step back. Eliza, a 9.775 was a career high for her in just her 3 meets as a freshman. Amanda Klein next, junior from Aurora, Colorado. She's been a mainstay in the Husky bar lineup during her career. She's sorely needed due to the loss of Hatsune Akaogi. Opens with a beautiful ginger. Keeps her legs glued together. One place Amanda can improve is a difficulty on this dismount. Lacks a little bit of the bonus points and a small step back, but a season high 9.75 for Amanda. Third competitor for the Huskies on the bars, sophomore Lauren Rogers. Like Eliza, has a very clean and consistent routine. You'll notice her handstand positions are right where they need to be at 180 degrees. The judges can find very little room for deduction during Lauren's routine. Lauren came all the way across the country from Plains, Pennsylvania. Double front dismount, small step forward, but a 9.775. Another great bar routine for the Huskies. Leads nicely into senior co-captain Kristen Linton out of Edmonds, Washington. Kristen ranked 14th in the country on bars, one of the Huskies' top competitors. As a team, the Huskies ranked 4th, by far their best event. Kristen hitting great handstands, does very unique moves, and just a great full twisting double back dismount. A nice stick on that landing. We'll see that one more time. Flips twice, does a full twist, keeps her legs glued together, her toes pointed, and nails that landing for a 9.8 on the event. Fifth in the lineup, junior Ruby Ingrites out of Kirkland, Washington. The Huskies' top bar competitor of this season, ranked 6th in the country. She's coming off an event win against Cal the week before. Great difficulty throughout and performs it so cleanly. Just a huge dismount left, a full twisting double layout, which she sticks perfectly, a 9.875 for Ruby on that routine. Look at this dismount once more. 2 flips in the layout position with a full twist in the middle, and her stick is done with her legs glued together. That 9.875 tied her career high and gave her the event win, setting up Sam Wallier, senior co-captain from Prior Lake, Minnesota, also a top bar competitor for the Huskies, with Kristen Litton ranked 14th. Do a dynamic routine here with a huge Jaeger somersault. Sam has perfect form throughout and does 3 major release moves, finished off by that Tkachev. Just a big dismount left. She'll do a double front somersault with a great landing. What a bar set for the Huskies. Ranked 4th in the country, a 48.975 for the second consecutive week. Sets the Huskies up so well for their last 2 rotations of the meet. Third event for the Huskies tonight is the balance beam, led off by sophomore Paige Bixler, a standout on this event out of Rowlett, Texas. She's been in the leadoff spot for most of her career. Such a high-pressure place to be for just a young underclassman, but Paige has handled it so well. A beautiful back handspring layout series to start. So confident on this event, and that's exactly what you need. An event like the balance beam where just the slightest wobble can shake your confidence. Very nice aerial cartwheel. Paige does difficult acrobatic elements throughout the routine, like that front aerial somersault. As the leadoff competitor, she may not necessarily score as high as she could later in the lineup, as scores tend to rise, but just a beautiful beam set so far. Just a dismount, a piked gainer, perfectly done. What a routine to lead off this rotation. Paige scores a 9.8, which will give her the win on the event. Senior Haley Bogart next, one who's won many beam titles in her Husky career. Has been battling ankle injuries, though, hasn't been in the beam lineup as often as she normally has. Out of Woodside, California. Perfect back handspring layout series. A little wobble on that straddle jump there. The gymnasts are required to perform many different elements during the routine. Acrobatic elements, dance elements. They're required to do a full turn on one leg. All sorts of different elements that may look easy but are just as difficult as the tumbling moves. Gainer full dismount, a nicely done routine for Haley Bogart. Good to see her back in the lineup, scores a 9.725. Sophomore Meg Whitney up next. Transfer from the University of Utah. She's making her way into both the vault and beam lineups. It's a very nice front aerial. Her flight series, perfectly done. Now this leap series is a place where Meg has had some trouble. Like I said, sometimes the dance element's as difficult as the tumbling elements. A big wobble there, but manages to stay on the beam. Sometimes hard to look sideways and jump sideways on the beam because you lose sight of the beam. There's that full turn I was mentioning, and she has a slight wobble there as well. So while she hasn't fallen off, she's had enough wobbles that will add up. A stick on the dismount, a nice routine. Meg scores a 9.65, the same score she's received all season. Local senior Kristen Litton next out of Edmonds, Washington. She's competing with sophomore Lauren Rogers for this spot in the lineup. It's all about who can hit under pressure. Kristen's won a few beam titles in her Husky career. We'll do a different looking, very difficult aerial series here. Just a slight wobble. A new skill for Kristen called a tourjete half. Another new skill, back handspring swing down, and she is off the side of the beam. It's a 5/10 deduction, tough fall for the senior on a skill you don't expect her to fall on. Once you fall, you just want to get off that beam as fast as you can. Kristen just has a dismount left. Small step forward, disappointing routine for the senior, a 9.2. Puts pressure on freshman Eliza Vacker. This is the third meet where Eliza has followed a Husky teammate who has fallen. So a lot of pressure on the freshman. Luckily for the Huskies, she's the reigning junior national beam champion. Because of skills like that, beautiful series connects a front aerial into a back handspring layout. So clean and consistent on this event. Her strongest event, as she competes all four for the Huskies, the only Husky competing in the all-around. Slight wobble on that new series for her, a switch leap into a gainer layout. She ends her routine, such a difficult combination, 2 back handsprings into a double twist dismount. Again, a big step on that landing, but a great routine for the freshman. Score a 9.65. Sam Wallier, senior co-captain. She has been in the anchor role for the Huskies most of her career on the beam. Has nerves of steel. Has so often been in the position where one of her teammates has fallen and she needs to stick so the Huskies don't count a 5/10 fall in their total score. Like Eliza, Sam will do what's called a triple series, 3 moves in a row. 2 back handsprings, layout, step out, perfectly done. And a great combination, that ring leap there at the end. She takes her eyes off the beam, very difficult. A really exciting dismount coming up, a double twisting gainer somersault off the side. Really nicely done, and a great final beam performance for the Huskies. Sam gets a 9.775, which gives the Huskies a 48.6, their season high total on the beam. Coming up next, the fourth and final floor rotation of the UW Gymnastics Rewind. And we are back for the floor, the fourth event, final event of the Huskies rotation. We'll start with freshman Eliza Vacker competing in her fourth event of the night, the Huskies' only all-arounder. Quite a difficult task for this freshman. Takes a lot of focus to switch from event to event. Eliza opens with a very nice double pike. Nice to see her getting into her dance, enjoying, playing up to the crowd. The judges look as much to the tumbling and the dance as they do to the execution and the performance quality. Some front tumbling for her second pass, a little bit of stumbles on that landing. It'll be about 2/10 in deduction. These floor routines take a lot of stamina. Here's her third and final pass. 1.5 twist to a punch front layout, nicely done. Great meet for the freshman. Scores a 9.8, her career high. Also gives her the win in the all-around with a 38.925. Now sophomore Paige Bixler. Her teammates say she's one of the best dancers on the squad. She'll channel Michael Jackson here. Sky-high double pike, a couple little hops out of it. Paige has competed on the floor 3 meets now for the Huskies. Didn't compete at all as a freshman. Second pass, whip back to a 1.5 twist, controls the landing well. Comes from a gymnastics family. Her dad competed from Eastern Michigan in college. Final tumbling pass. Punch front Rudy, beautifully done. And a 9.8 career high for Paige on the event. Now Kylie Sharp, sophomore from Harriman, Utah. First time ever in the Husky floor lineup. Competed only on vault. Very difficult first tumbling pass, 2.5 twist to a punch front. Front tumbling second pass, front layout to front layout full. Doing so well for her first time in the floor lineup. handspring Rudy last pass. A little bit of struggle on that landing, but a great routine for Kylie. Nice to see new additions to the Husky lineup stepping up after the loss of Hatsune Akaogi. Kylie Sharp rewarded with a 9.825. Sets up Sam Wallier, senior co-captain. She qualified for the NCAA championships on this event in 2010 with teammate Kristen Linton. After winning the NCAA regional championship with a 9.9. Double pike mount, nicely done. Sam named all conference on the floor twice in her career. Rudy, second pass, beautifully done. These beautiful dance elements. Tumbling pass left, a very difficult front tumbling series. Front layout full, a little bit of a stumble on that landing. Otherwise, nice routine for Sam in her final event of the night. A 9.775 for the senior. And junior Ruby Ingreit's coming off that fantastic bar routine. Another local product on this Husky team out of Kirkland, Washington. Competed for the Leading Edge School of Gymnastics. Very nice double pike mount. Ruby not only a standout gymnast, but does so well in the classroom. Was on the 2010 Pac-10 All-Academic team with a 3.66 GPA. Beautiful second pass, punch layout to a layout full. Has a very difficult final pass, a 2.5 twist where she lands facing forward. Nicely done, little hop out to the side, but another hit floor routine for the Huskies. Ruby, a 9.8 season high score. And now senior Kristen Linton, like I mentioned, qualified for the NCAA championship with Sam Wallier after winning the regionals with a 9.9. Kristen, the best Husky competitor on the floor this season. Ranked 45th in the country. A front double twist. At the end of the 2010 season, she was ranked 21st in the country on the event. Tumbling is so clean, her dance so well done. It's the little things that make Kristen stand out on the event, like the amplitude on those leaps, the extension. Has a ballet background that comes through on the event. Won 4 titles in 2010 on the event. Final pass, Rudy, immediate Shushanova. Beautiful finish. Given a career high 9.875 to win the event and give the Huskies a season best 49.1. That 49.1 gives them the win over Cal with a 195.475, maintains their perfect 4-0 home record. Be sure to tune in to the next Husky Gymnastics Rewind on Saturday, February 5th, as the Huskies take on number 5 Oklahoma.